Top 7 Cursed Videos. Before we start, I would want you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Here are top 7 cursed videos. Number 7. Supernatural. Atuk. There is no curse I take more personally than the curse of Atuk. That's because, whether by curse or sheer misfortune, the end result is 4 comedy legends, maybe 5, meeting an untimely demise. The curse surrounds a movie script based on the Canadian satire novel The Incomparable Atuk. The book tells a story of how an Inuit moves to Toronto and gradually succumbs to its big city temptations, becoming as greedy and snobbish as those he initially despises. When it came to adapt the picture for American moviegoers, a few big names in comedy were considered for the role. First was John Belushi, who died months after being offered the part. Sam Kinison got the lead role next and died while attempting to rewrite the part. Next was John Candy, who died months after reading. Then came Chris Farley, and within months he was dead, too. Allegedly, Farley showed his good friend Phil Hartman the script, who also met his death shortly after. Now, that's all way oversimplified and also easily explainable. The lead role exclusively went to overweight actors, most of who had drug problems. But it's easier to rage at a curse than to accept that those 5 titans are already gone without reason. Number 6. Internet. Man gets lost in the catacombs of Paris. Though its authenticity is dubious, this clip is frightening. An extensive labyrinth network of tunnels known as the Paris catacombs snake their way beneath the French city. Though about a mile of the structure is open for tours and the rest off limits, thrill seekers and ghost hunters often find ways to break into the restricted sections and explore their dark passages. On a 2000 episode of the ABC Family show, Scariest Places on Earth, alleged found footage was shown that chronicled a lone explorer of the forbidden tunnels as he gets lost and disorientated in the dark. In the video, the man explores the tunnels calmly, but gradually he starts moving faster and faster and eventually drops his handheld camera and sprints away. The camera keeps shooting after he's out of sight, showing a dark, quiet tunnel that begs the question, did he simply lose his orientation and panic down there, or was he running from something? Number 5. Supernatural. The Hungarian suicide song. Alright, yes, technically this curse lies within the song itself and not any particular video, but that also means that any video containing the song's full, unaltered audio is a potentially curse-inducing experience. The song is Gloomy Sunday by composer Rezo Serez, but came to be known as the Hungarian suicide song. This is because, shortly after its 1935 release, as many as 20 suicides in and around Hungary were associated in one way or another with the song. In many cases, anecdotal reports from those closest to the deceased claimed that the suicide victims had listened to the song just before doing the deed. Though these rumors are unsubstantiated in most cases, it is worth noting that Serez, the song's creator, also committed suicide years later. In addition, rumors notwithstanding, the popular Billie Holiday version of the song was indeed banned by the BBC for harming public morale. Number 4. Internet. Croatian stalking tape. This video purports itself to be actual found footage released by Croatian authorities to find the video's authors. The footage shows 2 Croatian teens as they test out their new video camera in a park. Eventually, they notice that a man seems to be following them around. The man is hunched and ape-like, and he has a sack over his head. It would be oddly funny in any other context, but he comes closer and closer to the teens, eventually getting right next to them. They run into a nearby building and seem to have lost the man. Then they call an elevator, and when it opens, the video cuts out with the 2 screaming. Number 3. Supernatural. Poltergeist. Poltergeist is a horror movie royalty. Produced by Spielberg at his height, the film was released in 1982 to acclaim from both audiences and critics, and became a commercial success. The story centers around a suburban family who unknowingly make their home atop a Native American burial ground, and thereby find themselves the victims of a wrathful, ghostly curse. But just as the movie's curse escapes from the family's TV, the real-life poltergeist curse seems to have found its way out of the big screen and onto the set. A number of cast and crew died mysteriously and unexpectedly. Heather O'Rourke, the young lead of the series, died unexpectedly at age 12. Dominique Dunn, who played O'Rourke's older sister, was murdered within a year of the first film's release. Julian Beck and Will Sampson both passed away shortly after finishing their work on the second film. Other creepy rumors about production persist, such as actual exorcisms occurring on set and real human remains being used instead of replicas in the first film's infamous pool scene. Number 2. Internet. Video dating tape. This one, too, seems eerily plausible. You have to assume that it's fake like most every other, but just the fact that you're left to wonder makes it terrifying. The video comes from a VHS on which a man has recorded a video dating profile in a Hawaiian shirt and in front of a tropical background. He sits and introduces himself, explaining why he'd make an excellent romantic partner. It's more sad and awkward than anything, but at one point, a sound comes from off-camera that distracts and enrages him. It sounds like a woman, perhaps gagged, moaning and screaming in pain and terror. He explodes, screaming at her to shut up and getting up to deal with her, and then calmly begins recording another take of his dating profile. It's just subtle enough to prevent being immediately dismissed like more overt horror would be. Number 1. Supernatural. The Omen. Producer Harvey Bernard said at the start of production for 1976's The Omen that the devil was at work and he didn't want that film made. He may have been right. Only 2 months before filming began, star Gregory Peck's son committed suicide. During filming, Peck's plane was struck by lightning. Producer Mace Neufeld's plane was also struck by lightning. Another bolt of lightning almost hit Bernard himself. The IRA bombed the hotel Neufeld was staying at. A plane originally slated to capture aerial photographs for the film, but which was rechartered at the last minute, crashed and killed everyone on board. An animal wrangler on set was mauled by a tiger and died from his wounds. An assistant to special effects supervisor John Richardson was decapitated in a car crash. Is that all coincidence? Yeah, almost certainly. But it's hard to discount just how much tragic coincidence there was. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.